1860 by Charles Dickens. He calls it Tales of Two Sixties. And he started the novel by saying that it was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom. It was the age of foolishness. It was the epoch of belief. It was the epoch of incredulity. It was the season of light. It was the season of darkness. It was the spring of hope. It was the winter of despair. So that was the attitude of the English people in 1860. They were living amidst a lot of contradictions, and that is why you have those contrasts staring them in the face as Charles Dickens memory at that time. So life has always been a mixture of pain and gain, sorrow and joy, problems and solutions, light and darkness. Just a few minutes ago, I saw the picture of a young man who they say is about 30, less than 30. He was pictured in his private jet, and the caption is that this young man flies his private jet from Kaduna to Kano on a daily basis, and he travels to Saudi Arabia for his Jumat service every week. And they mentioned the amount of dollars that the man spends on maintaining his fleet of private jets. I think they said he has about 3. It's a northern name. So it has always been like this. Some people are going to be having it fine. Some people are going to be having it rough. So life has always been like this. What is important is for people to develop coping mechanisms, to devise strategies through which whatever color life wears, they are still going to be okay. What do we expect? So just 2 things. The current economic reality in Nigeria and how we can navigate through these tough times. These are the 2 things I want to discuss. What is the current situation? The current situation is staring us in the face. We have high inflation. Maybe as at yesterday, they said $1 to a naira was 1,650 naira. It might have increased by today. We have high costs. The fuel that we are complaining of being expensive maybe about a few months ago has now become, we are now buying a liter for almost 1,000 naira. We have unemployment. As bad as these things are, it is still a period of layoffs because employers of labor are finding it difficult to cope with the economic challenges. We are dealing with currency devaluation. We are dealing with general frustration. People are taking drastic measures. People are feeling highly frustrated. The frustration and aggression theory propounded in the 1930s is now having its full swing among us. People are prone to anger because of hunger. But the true situation of things as I have it here is that don't take it personally. It is a general problem. You are not alone. Tough times will always pass. What is essential is just what we are doing now exactly. What is the situation? What can we do about it? I read a guru, an Indian guru, say that he wouldn't bother himself about any situation. If he was confronted with any situation, he would just look at it and ask himself, this problem, does it have a solution? If it has a solution, he will ask himself, why worry? And then if he assesses the problem, and if he not find any solution, he will still say, since there's no any solution, why would he worry? So the general atmosphere is that regardless of the situation, we should just not worry because the situation at hand, either it has a solution or it does not have a solution. If it has a solution, we go for the solution. If it doesn't have a solution, why do we have to worry ourselves about what does not have a solution? I think the situation confronting us has a solution. And the solution is part of what my colleague and I want to share with us this afternoon. I say here that we should just imagine that you are James Scott. James Scott wrote a book called Lost in the Himalayas. That was what happened to him in 1994 when he wanted to embark on the project the mission to climb Mount Everest. But along the line, he got lost. And the question confronting him in the thick jungles, in the cold mountains was, how do I survive? That was the thesis of that particular book. So what James Bond did was to design physical and mental survival strategies and was able to survive for 43 days in the cold mountains of the Himalayas, in which one will not be expected to survive for even a week. What did he do? He stayed calm. He thought clearly. He conserved the little energy he had. He used the resources available to him around him. He decided to stay hydrated by melting ice and he sought shelter, whatever was available. So he figured out he was in a terrible situation and he figured out how he could survive. And he was able to survive where many people were not able to. How do you navigate these two tough times? See, there are two time-tested principles. Will not be adequate. When you continue to minimize your expenditure and you are not maximizing your income, you still realize that no matter how hard you try, your income will still not be enough because inflation has actually affected the cost of the country. And then you think of how do I make more money? These are the two strategies. In the slide that I have here, I don't know whether it is showing. I'm sorry. Am I communicating?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are following.
Oh, thank you very much. Yes, the slides I have here, I have a picture of a young boy and I have the word before him. And I say, look clearly. If we look clearly, if we meditate, if we cogitate, if we reflect, we'll be able to find opportunities around us because the world is just before us to see. The Indians and the Chinese, they are trooping into Nigeria on a daily basis. What are they looking for? They are looking for opportunities. Suspend non-essentials project. I already mentioned the fact that this presentation is based on two principles that undergird or underline coping with hard times. Minimize expenditure, maximize income. So strategy one, suspend non-essential projects. Pause personal projects, pause personal business projects if you can't afford them. Focus on survival, not achieving every goal now. Reassess when the situation normalizes. You should be able to differentiate between your needs and your wants. Needs can be tackled. Wants can wait until you stabilize financially. Spend your resources only on the essential things. These days, if you're able to afford food, congratulations. If you're able to afford healthcare, congratulations. If you're able to afford shelter, congratulations. And then always ask yourself before you embark on anything, is this necessary If it is not necessary, you shelve it. Then you focus on your health and well-being. People have been emphasizing exercise. The unfortunate thing about not taking good care of your health is that if you fall sick now, there's every tendency of you even buying fake drugs at high cost. People that are close to me have experienced that. It is a problem for you to fall sick. It's another problem to have doctors who are going to attend to you. And when they give you recommendations or they make prescriptions to you that go and buy this, go and buy that, there's every tendency that we are still going to buy fake drugs. So, as a result of that, prioritize feeding well and take care of your health. Don't hesitate to use your savings for essential things. If it is you who lives that is going to actually have money in future to spend on some other project. Rest is key. Don't overwork yourself. Then, mental resilience. You should avoid overthinking. When you are complaining of the fact that things are very expensive, don't forget that the same market that you go to, that's where everybody goes to. Just assess the situation and then you move on. You buy what you can buy and you come home and then you manage. Because you think about it too much, this is how much a Congo of Gari, a kilogram of Gari cost in 2010. So you are just not going to be happy. You focus your attention on those things that are within your control mechanisms and then also have a positive mindset. This is the mental strategy. Have a positive mindset that everything that happens is for a reason. And tough times don't last, tough people do. Nigeria is going to overcome our challenges. Everything is going to be better because it is good for your mental context, your mental framework, your mental good health. And then we should be hopeful and at the same time be faithful. You strengthen your faith, you don't abandon it. And then you should always remember that this time, this too shall pass. I wrote an article on that about the origin of the story of that expression. Since the days of the Persians, several centuries ago, because this particular expression is all what it needs to be able to cope with difficult situations. Just believe that these too shall pass. Other things are hard, things are good for you, it shall pass. When things are bad, just know that these too shall pass. It's a very good framework for coping with even good and bad days. And then save your money, save your time, save your energy, and you prioritize whatever is good or whatever is necessary, whatever is critical to your survival and the survival of your family. Then avoid negative news and toxic environment. Listen to what is good and then protect your mental health. And then we now come to what you should do as a way of, after building your resilience, what are the things that you can do to be able to cope with this situation? You break your challenges into manageable steps. You focus on small achievable goals and then think of what you can do on a daily basis. So you build a crisis budget. You save consistently. If possible, even if those savings will be small, and then you make sure you do what is needful for you to be able to keep afloat. Well, I have a slide here in which I share something about 21 skills that will pay you forever. You may be a lecturer. Your salary will not always be sufficient for you. You may be a civil servant. Your salary will not be sufficient for you. But by the time you have skills, those skills will pay you forever. And that is part of the things you have to develop to maximize your income. So the traditional job that you do will no longer be enough. And what are those 21 skills? If I can quickly go through them, because these are ability to sell and then to negotiate. This is my price. This is your price. That means you have something to sell. Ability to convey what you think and feel communication skills, ability to break a process down into smaller steps because many people are going to need you to train them, ability to shut up, listen and learn from others, ability to adapt, improvise and overcome obstacles, ability to read, understand and memorize, ability to walk away from any situation you don't like, ability to manage time effectively, ability to stay positive and optimistic, ability to make decisions based on facts, not based on emotions, ability to speak in front of a large audience. It takes a lot of money. Ability to keep trying even after failure. Ability to invest money on your own. Ability to invest money on your own. Ability to do things irrespective of situation. Ability to do self-analysis. That this situation, what are the things that I can do? How am I responsible for it? Ability to learn how to learn, ability to understand what others feel, ability to remain consistent on your values and principles, ability to master your own thoughts, ability to write down your words in order to influence and persuade others, and then ability to ask for help. So when you have reached a wall, you should have the skill to ask for help by approaching the right people. Because at the end of the day, you realize that every one of us ultimately needs help. There is a story of one person who was walking on the road. He was well-to-do. And then he met a man, poor, even looking a bit mentally unstable. And then he went to him, he tapped on his shoulder. He asked him, do you need any help? And the man looked back at him. He asked, don't we all need help? That was the rhetorical question. And the man pondered on it, and then he gave him what he had. And then he realized that everyone needs help. If I ask every one of us here, how many of us do not need help? Starting from me, I need help. So ability to ask for help at the time of need. That's also one of the coping mechanisms in a time like this. I understand that the time allotted to us is limited. I'm now going to the closing thoughts by reiterating the fact that we should have faith in God. Time trumps all troubles. There's never a situation we are facing now that other people have not faced in the past. And as a matter of fact, people are facing more difficult times than we are facing here in Nigeria. You don't have to go all the way to Gaza, where they are being bombed on a daily basis. You have to go to Sudan. Over there, you just cross the border and you see what civil war has caused to the place. You have to go to Somalia here in Africa. So have faith that things are bad, but you still have to thank God that everything back can still be worse. As a result of that, you have to stay strong, you have to stay hopeful, and then you put your trust in God. And then you also have to know that life is short. Enjoy every moment as it comes. Don't put all the problems on your head as if the situation is hitting you only. In fact, this time, the rich also cry. And here is more truth that many of us will have had before. That if A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, I, up to Z is made to be equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 until you get to 26. When you add H plus A plus R plus D for W plus O plus R plus A together, it will make 98%. You add knowledge together, it will make 96%. You add good luck letters together, it will make 88%. If you add money together, it will not make up to 100%. Then, what makes 100%? Is it leadership? No. Every problem has a solution, and the solution will come if only we change our attitude. It is our attitude towards life, towards our country, towards our neighbor, towards work, towards other things that will make our life to be 100% successful. Because it is when you add A, double T, I, T, U, D, E together that you have 100%. So coping with hard times is always about attitude. When we have this positive mental attitude, we realize that we'll be able to attain our altitude, even this particular time that many people are complaining. The penultimate slide is that I have been 5 rules to live a happier life in a very challenging environment in which we have ourselves. So the first one, love Allah, love God. Number 2, do good, despite the challenges you may be facing. When you do good, goodness will always come to you automatically. Number 3, don't take anything to heart, always forgive. Number 4, harm no one. Number 5, be positive. When you are able to maintain these 5 rules, you realize that coping with hard times will come to you naturally. I want to thank you very much for your attention, and I conclude by adding this particular slide that may all your enemies lose their front teeth, so that when they smile at you, you will know them. So the last slide is to appreciate you and acknowledge everyone that is here for their rapt attention, hoping that with these little few tips that we have provided, we'll be able to liberate ourselves from economic independence to economic dependence to economic independence. Even if it is not possible for many of us to be economically free or to be financially free. So understand that there are various levels of financial stability. There are people that are financially unstable. There are people that are financially dependent. There are people that are financially independent, but the peak of the pack will be those people that are financially free. It is financial freedom that now make us to even consider the cost of things before we buy them. So I thank you very much once again, and good afternoon to you, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for that wonderful presentation. Thank you. Really appreciate it. And I personally can say that you gave it your all, you poured your heart into it for us. Thank you so much, sir. And we're going to have a question and answer session after both speakers have had their session. So I'll quickly take the second speaker's citation now so that she can also have the floor and we go to our participants. So Dr. Yemisi Adeyeye is the co-founder and managing director of Life Fount Hospital, a leading hospital in cancer care, surgery, and endoscopy. She is a management consultant and the author of Entrepreneurship is a Beautiful Thing, a guidebook for business owners who seek business growth and peace of mind. Adeyeye is an international speaker, mentor, and trainer who has won several awards and recognition, including Top 50 Inspiring Nigerian Women in 2024 by Business Day Nigeria, Top 100 Women Creating a Better Africa in 2023 by We for Good International, Top 100 Most Influential Women in Nigeria in 2022 by Leading Ladies Africa, Global Leader 2021 by the US Department of State International Visitors Leadership Program, IVLP, and Entrepreneur of the Year 2020 by Kwara Life. Dr. Rebecca is a TEDx speaker who has graced many international stages, which includes 2-time speaking engagement at the Dubai Leadership Summit, UAE, and King's College, London. Dr. Rebecca spearheaded many community impact projects through Life Fount Foundation, a charitable organization she co-founded about a decade ago, which is dedicated to transforming lives of women, youth, and business owners with focus on healthcare, entrepreneurship, women's economic advancement, relationship management, and Christian faith. Life Fount Foundation projects steps empower 200 women and youth with digital technology and entrepreneurship skills. Life Fount Foundation received IVLP Impact Awards of the US Department of State to boost her impact work. Please join me and welcome Dr. Rebecca Yemisi Adeyeye as she takes the floor. You're welcome, ma'am. Thank you so much. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor to be here this afternoon. I want to say a big thank you to our chairman, Dr. David Adedimeji, for the leadership. Thank you to the executives. And I want to also say a big thank you to And I saw it there that Prof will be speaking, and he was sitting on the same topic. He will be speaking before me. I told them, I said, please remove my name. There's no need to talk again. What else do I want to say? Prof would have said everything, and of course, he has said everything. So I think we can just say the closing prayer. Thank you so much, sir, for the leadership, for the mentorship. We see you everywhere. We are proud of you, and we are also, learning from you. Thank you for being such an eloquent speaker. You actually touch everything necessary to be touched. But at the same time, I love Yoruba language a lot. And there's an adage in Yoruba language that says that ọwọ́ ọmọdé kò tó pẹpẹ, àgbàlagbà kò wọ́ kẹ̀ǹkẹ̀. So Prof has touched the pẹpẹ. So I hope my hand will touch the kẹ̀ǹkẹ̀. So I really hope so. But most importantly for us today is what we take out of this meeting. So it will not just be an event on the calendar of the executives that they want to tick off, but it will really be a life-changing moment for every one of us. I will be taking a lot from what Prof has said this afternoon. But before I do that, I would like to acknowledge the audience. Thank you for being part of this August program in September. So today, just like Prof said, everybody in the world is going through one thing or the other. There's hardly anywhere you look that there won't be something that is happening there. I'm trying to see if I can share my slide. I hope I'm sharing. Is there anything here? Can you see my screen, please?
Yes, you can see it.
Oh, okay. Thank you. All right. So like I said, the executives has really set me up by giving me the same topic with Prof. I don't know who does that. Prof, please, I think we should give the ESCOs. They deserve a query for doing this. This is a setup.
No,
All right, so I'm going to do my best, but you can understand that I'm in a very difficult position right now, but I will do my best. So today we'll be speaking about the survival strategies in Nigeria's economic environment. The truth of the matter is that the economic environment globally is really challenging. And just like Prof said, the Chinese, they are coming into Nigeria in drones, and we Nigerians, we are leaving Nigeria to other parts of the world in drones. So, but most importantly is for us to know, to see what exactly is happening around us. So we have settled the fact that economically, globally, there is challenge everywhere you turn to. It may be different, it may have different coloration and expression, but economic difficulties are everywhere in the world. It just comes in different ways. So be encouraged that you are not alone. The whole world is in this. And just like Prof said, in the midst of all this downturn, who are and that's how it has always been. So we are here today to learn the things that make those who flourish to flourish, and to unlearn the things that could, make us or keep us down in that place where we will be going through the challenge in a very heated way. There are opportunities around. So tell yourself, I want you to speak it from your mouth and let your ears hear it. Because that's part of the way of analyzing things. You need to speak it out. So tell yourself, opportunities abound around me. There is opportunity around me. I want you to say it out. Type it in the chat box. I would like to read it in chat box. So just put it in chat box. There are opportunities around me. There are opportunities around me. So our talk today is to help us to open our eyes to these opportunities and make up our mind to pursue them and enjoy them. So we'll be talking about different strategies that can help us in our personal growth and most importantly adaptation. For those of us, I'm sure every one of us went to primary school and we must have done those elementary science. One of the major topics in the elementary science is characteristics of a living thing. And one major characteristics is adaptation. Sometimes some people will say it as a joke that you are not a tree, so move. When we say move, we are not saying leave where you are, but what we are saying is that change position to a way that to a position that will be comfortable for you. If a position is not comfortable, we are humans, we can adapt. Of course, we also see adaptation in animals, but now we are talking about human beings because we are in a very peculiar situation right now in Nigeria. So the first thing I would like to talk about is our mind shifts, resilience and adaptability. Number one, you want to find out what are the things that you can control. You have to tell yourself, what are the things I can control? So I want you to write it down. If you have a pen around you, you have your tablet or something, what are the things you can control? So after this program, you will be listing maybe 10 things that you can control. They are within your control. You have a say over them because it's important. You know what you can control so that you also know things that you cannot control. Because things you can control are the ones that you should focus on while you leave the ones you cannot control. Do you get it? So, for example, now you want to have an event. You can't control the weather, but you can control the dates you fix your event. So if you choose to fix your event in the rainy season, you cannot say rain should not come. You may pray, God, don't let rain come. It may not come, but if it comes, you cannot say, rain, why did you come in rainy season? I'm sure people will look at you that you. But you can control yourself by ensuring that you don't fix it in that season, or you make sure you have things to protect you from the weather. Either you do it in the hall or you get canopies or whatever you need to do. So you need to, number one, analyze what are the things you can control. One of the things you can control is your salary. Hopefully there's no strike. Hopefully the government is still smiling with your sector wherever you work. Because I also understand that USGEAAN, yes, majority of people are from the university environment, but others are also not university in the university community. So we'll try to also make sure that whatever we are saying is spread across. So for those who are collecting salary, your salary is something you can control. It may not be enough, but you are the alpha and omega over whatever amount comes to you. For those who are married, you know you have this. Survivor is number one. One thing I believe, I'm a very strong believer in the Lord Jesus Christ, and I believe something that, because I'm also praying for Nigeria, and I'm sure all of us are praying that God should turn things around. I'm sure God is going to answer us and do something about it. But it's when you are still intact, when that change comes, that you can enjoy it. So whatever you need to do to survive this economic climate, you need to look at it, and that's why we are here today. Embrace adaptability and flexibility in your approach. So for some of you that say, I'm the head of this family, so I must eat 4 pieces of meat. If it is one that reach you, receive it and enjoy it. Some children, they be like, if I don't have, it must be this. If you cannot give them those 4 items, if it is 2 you can provide, then do it with joy and let them understand. Because it's important that you are mentally stable for the breakthrough that will come. Because I believe it will come. I remember some years back, it was really tough. I'm not sure if it's as tough as this, but it was really tough. I remember that we could not even afford to buy rice. I think it was around, is it Babangida time or so? My parents could not afford to buy rice. So when we want to eat rice, my mom will buy guinea corn. She will, I don't know how she does the miracle, because guinea corn, I don't understand how they even peel it. But she will turn it to rice somehow. And we will eat it. If we had not survived that, if we had allowed that season to kill us, we would not be there when Obasanjo's regime came and there was a lot of improvement economically. So what we are saying basically is that it may really be tough, especially for those of us who have some source of livelihood. There are too many people around us that are trying to hold on to us for their dear life. It's not enough for us, and we still need to share. Please stay intact for the miracle that is coming. Maintain positivity. Maintain positivity. Please, anything that is going to affect you, affect your mind, please stay away from it. You are going through a lot of stress already. Don't let anything add to it. Don't let anything add to it. And I discovered that for us Africans, especially Yoruba people, we are too particular about our families, our people, and so on. It's not our fault, because a child is raised by a community. Then, directly or indirectly, spoken or unspoken, they have expectation of you. But please remember that you are not El Shaddai. El Shaddai is an Hebrew word that means the all-sufficient one. You are not all-sufficient. Because if you want to form El Shaddai, you will surely die. So, if you cannot afford something, tell the person I can't afford it. If they have expectation of you that my auntie or uncle will pay our house rent, tell them ahead of time. This is your house rent that is about to do this. I don't have much money. If you are taking loan, tell them I took loan. Sometimes we don't want people to think to feel that we don't have. We put some front forward that is killing us on the inside. I don't know who this message is for, because it's sounding churchy right now, but that is the reality. Then above all, have a hope to overcome this challenge. It's important. Your mindset, the way you think about this challenge is important. The next thing I would like to talk about is financial discipline and money management. Prof has said it. I'm re-echoing it. I'm re-emphasizing it. Live below your means. That means that if what you are earning is on, let's say maybe on a grading of 0 to 10, if what you have is 5, live like you have 4. It's important, because Prof says something. It's difficult to say. And I said kudos to him for saying it. Despite all that is happening, you must still save. Even if it is 1,000 naira, even if it's 2,000 naira. And please, when you save, don't leave it in your savings account, because money in your savings account is not savings. Money that is easily accessible by you is not savings. So if you can use apps, I know there are so many apps that are available that help you to save. Most importantly, you can lock it there, and while it's there, you get some ROI, return on the investment. Some can allow you to lock it for a month, for short time, for long time, but you get more money on it than keeping it in your bank where you can access it by yourself, or where bank will give you 1,000 naira as your own share. Is it savings interest on your savings? Then they will remove 2,000 naira as account maintenance. I don't know if they put AC or they sweep inside the account. I don't even know what they are maintaining, but that is it. And all those money you are putting together, you are saving. You should, when the thing, Yoruba will say tobacco rajo, small. There are investments you can put those money, fix those money in. Somebody say, which investment? There are so many. If every bank has an investment arm, walk up to them and tell them you want to invest. Don't wait till you have 10 billion. you can invest 5,000 naira. In fact, there's one investment company, I think maybe it's the GT Co or something. I used to have a investment account with them, but I don't know what happened. I didn't just feel their vibe and I withdrew my money. I didn't know that I still had some change in them. So over years, they just sent me a message recently that I have an amount of money with them. I was just finding that I thought I'd closed this account. How come? So it just shows that little drops of water will make a mighty. If it doesn't make a mighty ocean, it will make river. If it cannot make river, it will make a bucket of water. At least it will be enough for you to have a bath. It may not be what you want to hear, but that is the way out of stress, financial stress. And when Prof was summarizing, concluding his talk, he spoke about different levels of financial position or financial growth. I don't want to say independence, because that independence is also one of the stages. So it's important that if you don't invest your money, there's no way you can move towards financial independence. Salary does not take anyone there. Investment does. And there are so many investments. And I'm here to tell you that investment in Nigeria, it has more ROI than investment anywhere in the world. I'm telling you the truth. But the challenge there is that our value is just falling like a waterfall. And that is where our challenge is. Nigeria, you can still find businesses in Nigeria that you invest, and they will tell you that, okay, maybe in this real estate company or something, you are getting like 30%. Where do you want to get it outside Nigeria? I don't even know which company. Maybe in stocks that it will be there in the morning, by the evening they will tell you it has gone down and it keeps going up and down like you. I just pray that Nigeria gets this right. Nigeria is the best place anybody can be in the world, really. True. Diversify income streams to reduce risk. There are so many risky options out there. For me, I don't invest in sectors that I cannot explain. So they've told me several times, this Bitcoin thing is good, is legal, is this, is that. Forget what Nigeria is doing with them, but globally, people do it. But I can't explain it to you. So I don't do it because I don't have that level of, that level of risk is too much for me. But there are many other options. There are many other options. In fact, there's a sector that has a very high yield that people have not paid attention to, and those are SMEs, small companies. They make a lot of profit if they can put their accounts right and put structure around it. If you can find one that can explain to you how they are making money and how they can give you back your money, please, aside the fact that we are building the economy, building them up, they have very high income yield. I'm talking to you from someone who deals with SMEs. But please look well before you leap. But if you don't want risk so much, there are other ones. We can talk about risk financial investment some other time. All right. So another thing that we can do at this time is skill acquisition by preparing for the future. What are the in-demand skills? I really like the perspective Prof brought into his presentation, listing out some skills. And most of the skills he listed, they are just like people's natural talents. So you are a lecturer. Do you like to teach? That is a skill that you can use. In fact, every one of us, we must start thinking, how can I earn in foreign currency? That is the way to go right now. And it's not difficult. Know what skill you have. Those your natural talents. Just identify it. Put it on a piece of paper. 5 things. What are the 5 things I can do that I like to do, that will not stress me, that I already know right now that I can do? If you can list 3 to 5 things, then if you don't know how to take it from there, send me a DM. I'll drop something for you. Because there are opportunities for you to do these things. For those of us that love to teach, whatever skill you have, there's a platform called Super Prof. When you just check it online, Super Prof, register that skill there that you can teach it. You are the one that will determine how much you want to charge per hour. I think the platform will maybe take a little cut out of it. But you charge what you want to do per hour, and you put it there. They advertise their platform all over the world. When I watch YouTube, I see their advert there and everything. So you don't bother about advertisement. Your own is just to put it there and make sure you also update what you can do and so on. And you get paid. So the same thing you are doing, that you are fighting the government for, if you can see government face to face, you will use your blow to remove all their front teeth. That, like Prof prayed, that may your enemies lose their front teeth. You would have used your blow to remove government's front teeth. But thank God government is not a person like that. Though some people bear government in the riverine part of Nigeria, but it's just their name. They are not the government. So what I'm saying is that find platforms where you can register your skill. There is Viber. I've mentioned Super Prof. There are so many platforms where you can register what you are doing right now. Don't wait till tomorrow. All you need is that you can do those things. Then the next thing is that you have email address and you still have fingers. Even those who don't have fingers, you can use voice activated devices and put it there. And update it, always check it out. You will see that you will get international clients. It is not difficult. Take a step today. It is not bogus. It is not bogus, really. Because we need to earn in foreign currency. So that by the time you change it to Nigerian money, it makes some sense. It makes some sense. And at the same time, you are rendering value. Leverage free or low-cost learning resources. For those of us that feel that, okay, I know I can teach, but I'm not comfortable enough. I want to learn one or two things before I put myself out there. YouTube is your very go-to guide. YouTube has almost all the resources. There's hardly anything you want to learn in the world you don't find on YouTube. First, start from the free ones before you start looking for the paid ones. Moreover, all the ones you paid for, how many of them have you completed? But this time around, we're going to turn our lives around for good. Develop soft skills to complement technical expertise that you already have. Some of us have technical expertise, but we don't know how to tell people about what we do. So let me give you an example. So this morning, I belong to so many entrepreneurship groups and so on. I have some myself. And I woke up to a request by somebody in the group. I need lesson teacher for my child. I think he said he lives around Tipa Garage or so. As the lady dropped it, about 3 or 4 other people tagged the same message in the same group, saying that please, if you get to let me know. I just look at all of them because I know people who are in my own group, not in that same group, it's a different group. In my own group, because we have Life and Foundation group where we share opportunities, and they're always marketing that they do online teaching, they do home tutoring and so on. So I just private chatted those people that, have you found? If you've not found, I have some people. Because these ones are always talking about their business. So I'm talking about leveraging soft skills. So they know how to teach. That's their technical skill. But they also know how to market, tell people that they are doing it. So that make them register on my mind. So I was the one that was now marketing, taking their information from my own group to another people's private chat, people that I've not talked to before. I said, I saw that you said so you need teacher in this group. I have some people who can teach. Do you know that the best mode of marketing is word of mouth? Before you know it, those ones. And I told them that if you want to meet more people that are reliable, you can join this group. So they came into the group. You need to see, let me look for my phone and read. Immediately they got to the group and said that they are looking for a teacher like this. Come and see how those young ladies and men, they started marketing themselves inside the group so that they will be the one that will be chosen. So let me just read one to you. And you will see how you are already, who you are already, how it can make money for you. They didn't have to learn how to do this. So immediately I dropped it. So this is one of them's way of selling herself. She said, good morning. Thank you, Dr. Adeyeye, for the recommendation. I have been in education for close to a decade. I use the social emotional learning approach because learners do not learn from people they do not like. Combined with gamification and fun for my teaching. I teach English, maths, handwriting, Bible, verbal, and quantitative. I enjoy teaching and I go out to find ways to help my learners understand. I do online and I have a location for after school classes. Send me a DM to book a free 15 minutes assessment. Please, will you not hire this person? Oh, I'm not talking of Faraway. I'm talking of Life and Foundation Group. These people are in Ilorin and they are marketing themselves. So I'm just saying that sometimes we already have the skill, but what we like is the soft skill. Soft skill of saying that I do this. And that's why we have the USGEAAN group. It's a network that can make our life better. The money you are looking for, that connect that you need is in that group, but you are not using it. So the next one is entrepreneurial opportunity. This is my forte. I love entrepreneurship. In fact, I wrote a book about it. So for those of us that want to now take that skill, just more than making money from it, to turn into an enterprise and a system and organization, you can start small and identify market gaps. You know, there's this lady in Ilorin here that what she does is that this same I think was Goma, chairman said at the beginning that his family usually go there to market and he noticed that things are really going up. So she'll go to Goma and go and buy the yam. Whatever, no matter how expensive as it is at Goma, it's still cheaper than so many places. So when she buys it, she will now look for all those cartons, like all those bigger than Indomie carton, like all those big cartons. She will now arrange 15 yams. Maybe those 15 yams cost like maybe 20,000 naira in what is it called? Common market. She will arrange it and sell it for maybe 30,000 or 25,000 and put it on social media. In fact, sometimes she will say she has sold 80 boxes, 100 boxes. So multiply, let's even assume that she makes 5,000 on each box. Multiply that 5,000 by 100. Please, how much is that? She did not plant the yam. There was no, our own is just to buy the yam and buy carton. Maybe each carton is like 1,000 naira and put it inside. And she will be making noise about it on social media. And she will tell them, I will send it to anywhere in Nigeria. Just send me a DM. We need to think out of the box. Think out of the box. I'm not saying sell yam exactly as she's selling yam. But I'm saying that look around you, around your house. What are the needs? What are the things that you can do? And before we go on, I would like to say something. There is this disaster that education has brought to us. I'm sorry, Prof. I'm sure Prof will like, what is she saying? What I mean by disaster is that education comes with a level of pride that makes it difficult for us to harvest low-hanging fruits. Should I repeat myself? Education comes with a form, I don't know how to say it, but somehow we just feel that we are too educated to do some things. But we've forgotten that they used to say, there are many things that you think you can't do. Those are the things people are doing in abroad. To build the houses they build on your street that you are looking at it. This house is so fine. But if we can humble ourselves to do some things in Nigeria, of course, they must be legal, they must be according to the will of God, the law of God. I'm not saying do shady things. But if we are ready to be humble, to do some things, we will make money. In fact, we have more than enough. But it's not easy because we are so educated. Leverage digital platform to sell your products and services. I've spoken about that. I've spoken about how a lady is using Instagram to sell Gama food items. You know, there's a lady that supplies the route to different parts of, to everywhere. She's in Lorry. I have so many examples. One thing I know is that every day we must eat. This is our mouth. Yoruba people will say that if you eat now in the next 4 or 5 hours, your body is asking for meal. Let's even say you don't eat every time, you eat once a day, but you must eat that every day. So food is a very big thing, but you must also be focused and not sell on credit so that, all right, consider agriculture or problem-solving venture in your area. I'm almost done. I think this is second or third last. Then I've spoken about networking and collaboration. Join professional communities for support. And when you join, stop being a ghost member. They will post, you will not say salam alaikum. They will greet you, you will not answer. We don't even know you are in that group. Please, anywhere you are, add value. So that when you are not there, they will remember that there's one noise maker that used to be here. That is how people will remember. If they don't remember you, they will not bring benefits to you. So write it somewhere. Please write it in the chat. If people don't remember you, they will not bring benefits to you. Recently, I joined my husband in the country where he's doing his PhD. And I'm so shocked when they are still calling me to do presentations and they are paying me hundreds of naira. And I'm wondering, can't they get someone else to do this thing? Because I've made myself so visible. In fact, the person told me, because it's an agency, just like MGCN, we have MGCN for doctors, it's the national body for managers. And like their governor, their head said that if it's not Dr. Adeyeye, they don't want someone else. And I'm wondering, I don't even know the person till today. I'm just saying that when you belong to communities, either professional or so on, render value. Let people know you. Be helpful, be useful, so that when there's opportunity, they will remember. And above all, pray. Because some people, is when they have problem, they will remember you. Before you, so that you will not be singing that song they sing on Instagram. When you have problem, call God. When you have business, call me. So pray that they will remember you for good things. But I'm just saying that you need to position yourself for collaboration. Bring value to the table. Whatever you can do it. So that when people need service in that area, they will remember you. Then seek mentorship. Seek mentorship so that you can get guidance from experienced individuals. It's important. Seek mentorship. If there's something you want to do, someone has done it ahead of you. Be humble to say, please teach me. I like this thing you are doing. Please, I would like to do it. What do I need to know? It's not easy, really. But sometimes we have to stoop to conquer. If you don't know something, don't pretend as if you know. Don't pretend. Ask questions. Just like Prof said, ask the right people. There will always be right people around you to look for. But seek mentorship. It's very important. It's the shortcut to success. Let's talk about your mental and physical well-being. Manage stress through mindfulness and self-care. If you notice that you are losing sleep, please don't be quiet. Seek help. If you notice that you are being mindless, because your mind is full with so many things, you are not paying attention to what you need to pay attention to. There are some mindfulness tasks, exercise you can do. In fact, this is one of the things I taught when I spoke at King's College London to the PhD association on stress management, mindfulness. If I ask you right now that how many things have red color in your environment that you are in your room, or your office where you are, you may not be able to tell because you are not mindful of it. But anytime you are overwhelmed with stress, you can't keep your mind still. Just pick a color. It's just an exercise to bring your mind back to mindfulness. Pick a color and look for everything in your environment that has that color. It helps your mind to focus and gain that, presence of mind back. Helps you to gain the presence of mind back. Self-care is important. Self-care is whatever self-care means to you, not self-harm. Because some people, they will go and do drugs and say it's self-care. It makes them feel relaxed. No, that's not what we are saying. Self-care is what you do to pamper yourself. That is healthy, is nice, is kind. I know some men will say that, they like going to the barber's place because it makes them feel pampered because somebody's touching their head. So if you have a wife and you need touching of the head, call your wife to touch your head. Whatever makes you feel pampered, because you need to be deliberate at this time. Prioritize your health. Balanced diet. A apple a day keep the doctor away. Not like keep your friends away, but it means that when you take balanced diet, it makes your body strong enough to withstand whatever challenge comes your way. Regular exercise. Take a walk. If you have sat down for 2 hours, if you cannot go out, walk around maybe your table, your desk, maybe like 6 times. Just do something. Stretch. Maintain work-life balance to avoid burnout. Please, for those of you who are scholars, who are writing papers, I know it can be tedious, it can be time-consuming, but please, once in a while, remove yourself from your head from, you bury your head in the book, remove it, and smell the roses, smell the coffee, see the sunshine. You don't have to spend so much money to to balance things out. And please do your best to, not have toxic environment. Be kind to people. If you are going through challenges, let them know so that they can give you the space. They will not be fighting you when you are trying to be balanced and so on. You understand?
So much, ma'am. Thank you so much for that wonderful presentation. It was like you can see that you gave it to us from another angle. Prof came in from one angle and you just finished everything up from another angle. Thank you so much. That was so on point. We are going to be taking question and answers now. And Dr. Adeyeye, we already have a question for you from Mr. Richard. And he says, thank you, Dr. Adeyeye. I struggle with sleep. Please, I need help. I take walks around my office complex, but sleeping at night is a big challenge. So, Dr. Adeyeye, do you have any words for me? Thank you.
All right. So, for someone who struggles with sleep, it's important to also do a deconstruction of your entire system, not like your physical body, like everything around you. You need to take analysis of them, analyze them. What do you do? How do you go about it? Then what are the things on your mind? Even sometimes, some things are on our mind. We think we have overcome them by pushing them aside. But they are like apps that you did not close. They are running in the background and they are causing stress. So you may want to find out what are the things in your life that is giving you stress. If you can, look at them critically and try to find solutions to those things, you may just discover that your sleep pattern may be better again. Because if you are worried, it's like putting your mind on an overdrive. So even if you are taking drug and you did not take care of those things, it still may not totally work. So you want to find out what are the things. So my advice for you is a general advice, but if you want a more customized response, I can do that later. So for me, drug is not the first thing we go for. We want to find out what is making you lose the sleep. So many things are responsible for it. But if we now analyze and we cannot find anything, of course, we may have to medicate, which we hope that when we medicate for some days, your body will be able to adjust itself and be fine again. But what we find out most often is that there are some apps running in the background. Sometimes they are financial challenges, sometimes they are family challenges, sometimes they are also some midlife crisis. Sometimes we don't even have personal challenges, but sometimes we just assess ourselves and look at people that probably we think we are in the same class, in the same level, and probably they had gone ahead. Most times when you assess, you always see people who have gone ahead. You hardly see people that are not up to you. That's the way human beings is wired. A human being's mind is wired. But don't be deceived. There are many people who want to be like you. No matter what you're going through right now, they want to be like you. They are praying to be like you. So take solace in that and adjust yourself, pick up yourself. If you need help in those areas of stress or in those things that are stressors for you, seek help. If it's professional help you need in those areas, seek professional help. Because the reason for sleeplessness, there are a lot. From sometimes marital issues, making some people to lose sleep. Sometimes career issues. Maybe you're supposed to have a number of papers before the end runs out. You've not even written them, or you wrote them, they've not been accepted, or you are having challenge with your superior. There could be so many things that make people to lose their sleep. Then another one that I said, it may not even be you in person. It may be midlife crisis where you are looking at yourself, I'm already close to 30, or close to 40, or close to 50. And everybody in this age bracket, they have done this. It's only me that is remaining. All those things, they are not necessary. Because I tell people, each person, you are in your own class. You will achieve what you need to achieve when you're supposed to achieve it. Many of us, we are like somebody that is traveling from Ilorin to Lagos. You are not going by flight, too. You are going by road. But you are just telling driver, oh yeah, run. Even if driver run and you didn't have accident and you get to Lagos, you don't get to Lagos, the thing you want to go and collect, and I say, before you collect it, though, we noticed something happened in Ibadan around the what's the name of this street? Iwo Road and the bus stop Kinikon, and a lot of people are there. So we want you to tell us your own report of that. That's why we'll give you this thing you have come for. Because you are so focused on getting to Lagos, you did not see. So what I'm saying is that in the journey of life, enjoy the journey, not only the destination. I want to be a professor, beautiful, amazing. But your journey to becoming the prof, enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey. Because in this they want to try spam. Please, if it is your thing, if it's not your thing, don't go and say it's Dr. Yemisi that says you should go and do spam. Please, when you are going, carry your madam along. I cannot shout. Anyway, so but look for things that relaxes you. Then, if your environment, then some of us in your bedroom there is television. On your bedside there is an alarm or a clock that has light. Your phone is there. There's too much you are receiving too much stimulus from different things. You are being oversensitized. So sometimes when you now want to shut down, your body is excited, your nerves are excited. They find it so difficult to now come to resting phase. So it is advised that if you are having challenge sleeping, like 2 hours before your bedtime, shut down on all devices. Shut down. Some people prefer warm bath, some people prefer cold bath. So whichever bath works for you, do that. Then if your environment is too hot, you need AC, you can do that. If you feel it's too cold, you need warmer, you can do so. Whatever you need to do, just be said that adaptation. Look at those things. But if you have done all of those things and you are prayed to God, you clear your mind, you are not having issues with people and so on, and you are not in debt. If you are in debt too, seek debt reconciliation methods. There are so many things to do. But if you have looked at all of these things, then you may now say, okay, I think I should see a doctor. Check your blood pressure too, because these days we see high blood pressure in younger people. I don't wish that for you. I'm just saying, I'm a doctor, I need to check that. So I don't know if I have answered some of you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Adeyeye. Any other question? We can take one more question before we have the chairman give us the closing remarks for today. Any other question, please? You can just unmute and let's have you. Yeah, Mr. Abdurrahim, please go ahead. You can unmute.
You know, we should have asked Prof question too. Because you feel like say Prof did the job. Now I mean they collect all seats.
All right, I think there's somebody raising hand. Maybe we should allow.
Yes, Mr. Abdulakim, you can go ahead, please. You can ask your question. Just unmute and ask.
Yeah, thank you. Good afternoon, the Prof, the doctor, and every other person in the house. I so much appreciate, and of course, I got a lot of things actually to take home. My first question actually goes to Prof, sir. It's a question, and another one is a kind of maybe a contribution, just in a 1 minute. The question is this: from the sentences actually given by Prof, I got mistake or tried to actually miss a word, and I want to get it right. Is it? It's all about a focus on achievable goals. Did you say focus on small achievable goal or focus on all achievable goals? Hello? Hello?
Hello, Professor. Can you check? I don't know if it's. Yeah. But I have answered that. I heard that. He said focus on small achievable goals.
Okay, focus on small achievable goals.
Yes. So what he's saying is that when you put all your list of goals together, the ones that start to achieve, start with those ones and celebrate your achievement. It will give you more to step forward.
All right. Another quick one is just a kind of adding to what our speaker have actually said or spoken about, that no matter what thinking, rather, I want to say here that yes, we should actually encourage yourself on reducing thinking, because no matter if it's small or big, it doesn't actually help us at the end of the day, because what will be will certainly be. And so we have to find a means, although we are human, and definitely we always want, that we will always want to crop it up in one way or the other. And so I support this with Dr. speech by saying that we should have hope to overcome every challenge. So I pray that God Almighty will help us. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Secretary, please, I want to request that Dr. Yemisi should drop her slides so that you can.
Yes, I have the slide already. Yes,
Yeah, you can drop it. You can step the slides down.
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you.
Drop it on the group, sir. I have the slides already.
All right.
So, Professor Mahfouz, are you with us, sir? We have a question for you, sir. Professor, sir, are you still with us? Okay, Mr. Richard, maybe I will reach out to him after the call. I will get the 21 things to maximize our income and we'll drop it on the platform, sir. If that's
Okay.
Alright, sir. So, M.O. Kazim, can you go ahead with your question, please? I think that will be the last question for you. Thank you. You can go ahead now. Ma, you can unmute and ask your question, ma. M.O. Kazim.
Doctor.
I can see your hand is green.
Yeah, I think she dropped the question. She dropped it as a text. You can check it for her.
Yes, Dr. Adeyeye, I think the question is for you. She wants to know how she can reach you personally, ma. It's on the screen. Can you still see my screen? Our screen is still on the is still showing, so you can just take a screenshot.
Yeah, I can give her Dr. Adeyeye's contact because I invited her. So I will give her Dr. Adeyeye's contact.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I'm always online. You can send me an Instagram DM. It will work.
Oh, she's listening.
But if you are not on Instagram, you can get my number from the chairman. Okay, sir. So on this note, I would like to invite the chairman to give us his closing remarks and also to appreciate our speakers for today. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I want to say thank you to every one of us that took part in this webinar. And I know we are all busy, but out of our busy schedule, the subject matter is a very, very cogent subject matter. So I want to thank the two speakers for taking out time to attend to this subject and for dealing with this issue. And I know that all who have taken part, who are listening in, they are going to be more adapted and to handle the situation happening now. In addition to this, the PowerPoint will be requested for and shared with us. Also, I will try to see if the recording of this, the audio and the video will be available. I will share the link with us in due time so that we can listen in again and also benefit again. So on this note, I want to thank every one of us that took part in this, in the planning and in the execution, and the speakers. I say a big thank you to you, and we'll see you again another time. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone, and thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Professor Mahfouz. Thank you, and have a wonderful evening, sirs and
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you, Prof. Nice hearing your presentation again, sir.
Thank you very much. You know, I was just listening attentively. You are an expert in the field. You are an international speaker.
We are learning from you, sir.
Thank you so much for the presentation.